6 years ago, I had the opportunity to go to Crossroads Summer Camp. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, but my sister was convinced that if I went, my life would change. And she said, I know that we come from a preacher's family, but I just want you to come and I want you to experience the gospel in a way that I don't believe you've ever experienced it before. That summer, I experienced the gospel in a way that I had never seen before. There was joy and there was laughter and there was wonder, even from the adults that were around. It wasn't like that anyone was too good or too serious for the gospel. But Jesus Christ really took reign and he took control over my heart that summer.
My story starts with Crossroads actually at our Crossroads Winter Conference, which happens every January in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I had some friends invite me there, and that's where I first heard about the Crossroads Discipleship Program. And so when I got involved with that, I committed to living in a house with 7 people I'd never met before and working camp alongside of our summer staffers here in Anderson. And working our camp was an incredible experience for me. I learned a lot about engaging young people on a level they could understand, but also kind of a mutual challenge to pursue Jesus in a new and a unique way. And that was really incredible for me.
I got to go on mission trips to Guatemala and Kenya while I was in college through CKM, and they introduced me to the same God there, but in a whole new light. I learned about a God of miracles of the Old Testament still being the God of miracles that I get to serve today. And CKM has helped me. It's helped me since I was 17 years old. And the older I've gotten, the more involved I've gotten with CKM, the more I've gotten to see that it's helping me. And it's helping others every day too. Every year at Crossroads Summer Camp, we get to see kids go from death to life.
We had some students who are on the wrestling team at a local high school say, hey, I got some friends who would love to come, who, they know it's a Christian camp and they don't know the Lord, but they would love to come. We picked up 5 students the day before. We drove down to Anderson, and while we were down there, these 5 students gave their lives to Christ. God moved, and it was night 1, and we just saw them weeping and come over and hug me and hug some of our other volunteers and just loved on them, and just we were rejoicing together. And since then, we've been able to build that relationship and see them growing further in their walk with Christ. That all began at Crossroads Summer Camp.
I don't question what is going to be presented when I bring my kids here. It's not some kind of crazy outside-the-box truth. It's a lot of fun, a lot of energy. But I know they're going to hear about Jesus, and I know they're going to hear the gospel clearly, and I know some of my students are going to respond to that when they come to this camp.
Now I'm doing CDH, the Crossroads Discipleship Home, and I think that here is where I'm going to learn how to live my life. I learned how to make a living in college. I learned that I love communications, I love media, but here I'm learning how to serve Jesus doing that.
They've been intentional leaders in my life. They've discipled me well, they've encouraged me, and through being a part of this ministry, I have a clear understanding of what I want to do full-time in ministry.